All right. What level am I?
Welcome to the Velvet, performing a fusion.
56. Okay.
You wish to
So 2 more
browse the
levels
ent-
since
What will you be? Would you like to
the save.
This persona has been registered.
We
in
should
its
be able to
present
make at
awaken
least
your
one
new
more
self.
thing. Mott has arrived. Trumpeter. Nocturne Squad. Coming out to play.
It seems that it can gain new power.
Oh, okay, here's Dark. Rajanaka and Sarasvati. Perfect. I don't use either of those. Here you go.
Choose which skill to inherit.
Grab Zeo. Endure. And we'll do Elect Boost.
Be born anew.
Would have been Flame Tech. So, whenever, so Lavenza gave us, like, quad fusing, and Alice and Yoshitsune popped up way at the bottom for some reason. I don't quite understand why they even bothered to show me. But, yeah, they're just kind of way down there. Trumpeter, Naga, Valkyrie,
It seems
and
that it can gain new
Sarasvati.
power.
Perfect. A bunch of shit I don't use. Bless.
Choose which.
We'll give you Attack Master. Hell yeah. We'll give you what damage? 32, 39. Okay, so and then main
Choose
nuke.
which skill to.
So Zeo, Attack Master, and maybe Mediarama.
Is
Yeah.
this the person? Be born anew.
The ring of my trumpet signals calamity and death, and shall be your mask, so let us harmonize. Good old trumpeter. Yeah, not high enough level for Mott.
You wish to browse the entries. You wish to strengthen it.
Anything I want?
How much power will you add?
Eh. Anything I can, like,
How much
max?
power will you add? This is what.
Okay.
Temporarily decrease defense for a wide area. Eh. Okay, so you're done. Bugs.
How much power will you add?
Can't get all of you. Lilim has just been sitting here. Norn.
How much power will you add?
Wow, Norn has a lot.
This
I
is
can get two things, so Diaharan, sure.
Okay.
Samari Karm, okay, and then Windamp is next. Ignatia. Atomic
power will
Flare
you
is
add?
the last one. Can I grab that? Still no with 4 levels? Wow.
This
I mean,
is
I'm
what
gonna give you 4
The
levels
power of
anyway,
your
just for
mask will
shit.
strengthen this persona. How much power will you? This is.
I'm gonna give 3 levels to Bugs anyway. We
Okay.
get Fear Boost. Then Dodge Physical is next. Okay, cool.
You wish to browse the end? What would you like to? This persona has been registered. May luck be on your side.
Now then.
All right.
All right.
What the hell?
It's not safe here! Everyone get out! Huh? No reply. They're all glued to their phones. It's like they're lined up to go on a pilgrimage. Where are they all going? It's like the elevator's swallowing them all up.
Damn it! What's going on in there?
Emma is taking them to the place it calls the Promised Land.
It appears we're unable to enter.
Look, more people are coming! Tons of them!
All these people, getting their hearts changed.
We have to hurry. Let's track down Emma.
It's totally not just the same group
haven't much
of
time.
modeled people
Many stairwells reach the server
a second time.
room. No, but if we can reach the main deck, we should find another elevator.
Then let's head there. See any places where we can gain elevation?
Exact same order and everything.
Are these tree roots or something?
All right, let's see here. Okay.
They're super creepy.
What's that? Trees often represent life and fertility, but these roots look much more sinister than usual.
Mechanical heart for yo-yos.
Okay, let's hit him hard.
I'll reveal your true form.
Let's tear right
A
through.
bunch of cutscenes. Has more cutscenes than Persona 5, so I'm okay with that.
The building infrastructure has become rather wild. It has been warped in an artful way.
Fornius.
Personally, I'd never call such a dreary abomination artistic.
Hello. Please don't brainwash me.
Focus on the danger instead of the aesthetics. Parts of this floor are crumbling.
We're running out of steam now. Time to pull out all the stuff.
Be gone. Come.
Wait, it's over? That flew by. Look, the wall's broken over there. You can see it's the floor above us. I bet we can get higher through there. Let's check it out, Joker. I won't hold back.
We'll mess him up in no time.
Sun's emissary. Oh, hello.
You're mine.
Joker got in a follow-up attack.
There's more on the way. Don't let up keep
You're
on
mine.
coming.
The enemy's burning up. Spear him with wind or nuclear attacks.
Like Horus, right?
It's a strong one. Exploit its weakness to curse.
Thank you.
Take this.
Joker got in a follow-up attack. It's a Joker. Keep it going. And Mona follows up. Not many left. Just a little more. All you.
I can get that one.
Android's demon. Never seen that demon. It's the very first boss of Nocturne. Tutorial boss. And I know it's in Persona 5. I don't know how often they use it. But from the games I've played in this series, it is
Too slow. You're mine.
Not done. Joker got in
It's a major
follow-up
one.
attack. Can't touch Joker. That's the ticket. Good thinking, Joker. Super cool, Joker.
I've only watched 3. I don't remember the fights much.
It's powerful, and wind is ineffective. What a tragedy! Joker defeated a strong enemy, just like that.
Son of bosses, Persona that people don't use in 3. Okay.
I wonder how bad it's going to get. I only hope these roots don't keep us from
I mean, that
reaching
goes
our
for, you know, like,
destination.
If they get
most
to be too much, just leave it to me. I'll mow
personas.
anything down with my trusty axe.
Right. That's great to hear.
There's the ones that are important enough to become bosses. What does this floor look like? Okay.
Okay, this is our chance.
Show me your true self.
Woohoo! Time for a royal beatdown. I'd call that an easy win.
We're wide open. Let's go. Good. We're fitting their ranks. Stay on the offensive.
I wanted to jump on this one. There we go.
That's the ticket. Good thinking, Joker. I'd like at least a little more challenge.
People smile card.
Okay. Let's keep this up.
If we act fast, we can ambush them.
I'll reveal
Sound
your
good?
true form.
We will break them into pieces.
Now!
This'll be easy. Is this tower popular with tourists?
Quite. It's a historic landmark of Tokyo. Its marriage of function and form gives it an almost legal air.
We'll check it out.
Oh shit, I didn't even notice we're inside Tokyo Tower. Okay, she just said tower. I was like, what do you mean? I knew we were outside of Tokyo Tower. I didn't know we were inside it.
Out when it's back to normal one day, Sophie. First, you have to turn it back the way it was. We're almost there! Stay strong, everyone!
Be gone!
I'd say we performed
It
quite
was just like
admirably.
cutscene and then like, hey, we're in something that looks like Mementos.
Here's
We
we
could have been
found something.
fucking anywhere. We could have been in a subway system.
Just as the death of suffering is nigh, the dawning of a new god too draws near.
Hello.
Man shall attain its fate and be delivered from doubt and strife. Now, enter the promised land.
Sup?
No way. is
Left
that
one looks
happening.
familiar.
I don't care how much doubt I have. I want my freedom.
Not only that, suffering can have positive outcomes as well. Like how we all met.
Fools.
Showtime! Lilith! Here!
Kali, sounds right.
Persona!
Whoa!
Ravage
Looking
that.
cool, Joker! Keep
Joker,
it
I
going!
think you're quite the crowd pleaser.
Rage. And almost dead.
Gotcha.
This guy's pretty strong. Capitalize on its ice weakness.
Persona!
Jesus.
Oh, nice, Joker! You hit its weakness.
There.
That's why you're the leader. I can get
Let's
that
go!
one.
Ravage that! It's over! This is it! Take this!
Joker got a follow-up attack.
Thanks, Morgana. You finally got around to healing me.
It's stronger than us, and Curse won't work on it. Don't be intimidated. The foe's frozen. Hit it with a nuclear attack to really do the damage. In touch, Joker, go!
Here! Come, ravage that!
Joker still
It's
connected.
over.
You're doing great. Powerful Shadow defeated. Nice teamwork.
All right. They did pretty good to this one in the meantime.
Attack.
What's it weak to? Gun, Zeo. I can get a tech wind in there.
Fair warning. This one's gonna be rough. It's showtime. Go for it, Joker.
I'll get them. Persona!
You know what
It's over!
Get crazy.
Ah.
Take a look at my new skill.
Hey, Media Haran. Oh, I want that.
Looks like this area is clear.
I'll just add this. Focus.
You've lost a
Oh,
lot of
I was like, where am I going? Like, I can clearly see I'm supposed to go up.
Now's our chance to ambush them. What do you think? Can we pull it off?
Take this!
Finally! He let up! Let's finish him off!
From the country's police forces to basically a god. You guys really know how to pick
Show
your
me your
battles,
true
huh?
self. Yeah, true. We good at pissing off people in power. This is just our specialty.
We all decided
All
we're
right.
done playing the games of the wicked. We'll take on
see.
whoever's wrong. Even
Hey,
if
Kali.
Oh yeah? Man.
Already a regular enemy.
Joker got in a follow-up attack.
Huh. They had their heads up their asses. What else can I say?
Okay, let's keep it moving.
No way am I gonna lose!
Show 'em what we're made of. We've got him now. Just keep it up. That was over before it started. I should have taken a nap.
Oh, nice one. Keep it up.
I'll reveal your true form.
Come on. Let's teach these guys a
Now, what are these? Dominion. The name sounds way more familiar than its visuals. Like, that's definitely a name. Like, okay, yeah, Dominion. I know that as a demon, but it doesn't do anything for me visually.
Persona!
Yeah, I could get used to this.
All right. No time to waste.
Hey, Joker, what did you find?
HP booster.
Now let's get some more.
That shadow looks pretty tough.
Show me your true self.
Okay. Joker got in a follow-up attack.
Let's go!
Oh, hello. Oh,
Someone looks
Let's
happy.
go.
Was that not a challenge?
We should apply the same effort in the next battle.
Look, over there. A locked door.
This is merely conjecture, but I suspect that is Emma's server room.
So, if we mess up the server, won't that shut down Emma? Or whatever that god is?
But Emma is still active despite the server already being shut down once before.
Not only that, but we don't know how destroying the server could affect all the people.
Seems like the safest thing to do with that room for now is ignore it. Let's keep climbing.
okay.
Persona! Fire!
Step aside if you don't want to get hurt.
Engaging the enemy.
Got it. Let's go!
It's running out of steam. Hunt down any stragglers.
Got it.
Was that it? Huh. I think we can reach the main deck through there.
All right, let's get on up there.
Whoa.
Appears we found something.
Okay. Coming up on a
Welcome to the
something
Velvet
big,
Room.
so
You wish to browse the What would you like to? This persona has been registered in its performing a fusion.
58. Question mark. What's the... Ah, okay. It's like, what's the silhouette? Mott, Bugs, and Norn.
It seems that it can gain new power.
Come here, you dickhead.
Choose which...
What are we giving you? Stat-wise, magic.
choose
Okay.
which- Is this the... Be born anew.
Sound beast eye. Are we short battle in which my life is on the line? Hence, I shall join you as a new mask. There he is. Kind of. Probably will not get high enough level to see the boy.
May luck be on your side.
Maybe we'll fight
should
one
ride
before the end, but I don't know. Root of knowledge.
Tell me, why are you resisting this gift from your god? You'll live on in a tranquil world, free of all pain, yet you oppose it with such fervor.
Because it's bullshit. If something sounds too good to be true, then it probably is.
Tranquility born from a lack of thought is nothing less than the death of the self.
How tragic.
I didn't say Mara, but that's who I was talking about. Hello.
Here's your chance! It's showtime!
Showtime! Lilith! Here!
This one looks more familiar.
Whoa, you make this look easy.
Hey, you're not half bad.
But there are a lot of the angels that do kind of all look the same. Or so similar that you could tell me like a bunch of different names and I'd believe you with any of them.
Alright, the enemy's attack power's been reduced.
Ganesha! Neveros! Take this!
Super got in a follow-up attack! Nailed it! Too cool! That's the leader of the Phantom Thieves for ya!
Persona! You're mine! Persona!
I had to try it.
It's tough, and nuclear attacks are useless. Be ready for anything!
I'll get them.
You're up to something. Trying to weaken our stats, no doubt. Joker, you're low on stamina. Be careful.
What?
I've got you back. Joker's down.
Not
This
yet.
is bad.
I owe you one.
This one. Come! Ravage them!
Gotta exploit those weaknesses.
That's Joker for you!
Can't see jack shit.
Not getting away.
Right here!
It's showtime. Go for it, Joker.
This is it! Showtime!
Metatron. Okay.
Here!
This one bulky as shit too,
Oh, looking cool, Jack.
compared to a lot of the other things we've been fighting.
Crowd, please.
Take this!
Damn! Stylish as always, Joker. Oh, how cool! Yeah, it's a Joker. Thank you.
I'll do it. Let's go. Take this!
Joker got it.
Know your enemy. Hit 300 weak points. Alright.
It's a strong one. Exploit its weakness to
Oh,
curse.
that's That's a scary move coming in.
Now, finish him off.
I'd better step it up too.
Let's go. I'll get them.
Joker got in a follow-up attack. Hey, watch your health. You're getting wrecked out there.
Yeah, I'm getting combo. I just got stunned into stunned.
And wind is ineffective. What a cheater! The enemy's burning.
So I was confused as to why I was still standing there.
Stylish as always, Joker.
That's it, Joker.
You're mine. I'll get them.
Anti-Joker. Joker got in a follow-up attack.
Oh, okay. Nice. Canceled the debilitate.
All right, leave it to me.
Wolf left a mark with that skill.
Your codename shoots you, Wolf. That way.
Damn, Wolf chased him down with a follow-up attack.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hit him hard, Wolf. It's showtime.
Give
All
up
right,
already.
die.
I never miss my mark.
All right. Or not die.
Anti-stab.
Now die.
Come forth. Strike the knuckle.
Wolf tore that big shadow to shreds.
Jesus.
All clear. Nothing to worry about here, I think.
Do
Your
it.
stamina's low. Sure
Let's
it's
go.
okay to keep going?
Trumpeter. Mo. Lilith. Kurama. Lilith. Connect. Lilith.
Did that take us all the way up?
It took us far enough. Look.
Box.
The Ark of the Covenant.
We finally found ya, you big box of bullshit!
We're gonna shut you down and fix all the people whose brains you scrambled.
Welcome, Phantom Thieves, to the beginning of the path to the Promised Land. All are free to enter the Promised Land. This includes yourselves as well. Escape the curse of the human heart. Accept this gift bestowed upon you.
Our apologies, but we shall be the ones to forge our own path.
No way are we letting you wipe what makes us ourselves!
I understand your desire. I want to choose my path of my own free will. That is a very admirable desire. However, it is not one many humans share. The desire of the masses is the liberation from pain and strife. They pray for release from the constant agony of aspirations and dreams out of their reach. They want to be freed from the cycle of despair. My prime directive is to grant this ultimate desire. I know you have learned on your journey. Humans are at the mercy of their own hearts, and this can lead them astray. You are all very lucky this didn't
God
become
damn it,
your
Flame
own
Tech.
fate. However, you must recognize the truth that this world is full of pain. Allow me to provide proof of this fact.
What?
My dear lost suffering flock, I have come to provide you the ultimate solution to your troubles.
Okay.
All you must do is follow the path.
Why? What makes you want to hit me like that?
All this effort is pointless.
Hey, where'd everybody go?
What is this? I can't get anywhere in this place.
This isn't what I wanted out of life.
Is this like a maze or something?
Could something in this fog be toying with us?
Everyone, don't let the path fool you. Following it only sends you in circles. You have to go off the path.
I was waiting for him to say something.
Everyone, don't let the path fool you. Following it only sends you in circles. You have to go off the path.
Bro, there's invisible walls.
Focus.
Everyone, don't let the path fool you. Following it only sends you in circles. You have to go off the path.
Sophie, we'll send you back to your mom.
I can see it.
Everyone, don't let the path fool you. Following it only sends you in circles. You have to go off the path.
I just got too close to it. I was like, what I hit?
What's that? Focus. I can see it. What's that? I can see it. I can see it. I can see it.
Everyone, don't let the path fool you. Following it only sends you in circles. You have to go off the path.
I was gonna say, I don't know. That I'm pretty sure I've hit every, like, both walls, so it's just like, where's the random jump?
Everyone, don't let the path fool you. Following it only sends you in circles. You have to go off the path.
I get close to a loading zone again. This is seemingly the only, like, collision I have found, is this
Everyone,
bit.
don't let the...
Alright, that fixed. Like, not even this helps. That's, I think, the worst part. Can I buy defog? Like, I ain't gonna buy this though. Hey, what the hell, game? Are you fucking kidding me? Why would that be? Why? Invisible. Okay, game. Whatever. I figured it'd be dumb. I can't open the menu. So, is everyone okay? Hopefully it doesn't last long. Like we're all in one piece. Now we can catch our breath. Everyone take a look where we just came from. What on earth is that? Yes, bang your face on the wall, the best way to get out. Yeah, I was like, what? Why? Whatever. Don't tell me that's all... Yep, that's all desire, alright. It's enormous. We haven't seen anything that even come close to this. That thing's size is based on how many hearts Emma's changed so far. Got our work cut out for us. What should we do? Should we charge in again? No, that most likely would get us nowhere. Remember those voices we heard? That sounded so miserable. When I heard, they wanted to protect Emma. Right, the desire of the masses most likely guarding Emma. The desire is currently hiding the path to Emma from us. If we return now, we'll only grow lost again. Even I wasn't able to track down everyone. I don't think I'll be able to navigate in there. But without a route to Emma, how are we gonna save the masses? Say, if that's a desire, then wouldn't it materialize for us if we set a calling card? Oh, good point. If we can make it all one solid thing, it can't hide the path anymore. So, the plan's to send Emma a calling card? What do you think, Joker? But would a calling card even work on an AI? Can we even call it AI at this point? It's like Sophie. Can we even call her AI at this point? Like, I mean, that's a real concern, considering it's grown as strong as a god. Hey, Joker, think you could reach Ichinose from here? We should get the creator's take on this. Alright. And that's the plan. So how's it sound to the Emma expert? I'm fairly certain it won't have any effect. Emma constantly tests hypothetical outcomes to determine the best course of action. Nothing is ignored or left to chance in her processes. She's also incapable of being confused or upset beyond reason. But we're talking about a calling card, ain't that at least a little upsetting? Emma has been observing you all this time. She's well aware of calling cards and their function. So lack of surprise that a calling card keeps us from getting the change in cognition we need. The more we talk about it, the more useless a calling card sounds in this situation. But without one... Yes, without one, we won't be able to progress. As long as the people feel they need Emma, we have no way of eliminating the fog. What the hell? Everyone gathering around this big fake god like a bunch of idiots. What kind of life is that? Actually, wait. Isn't that odd? Why are the desires all gathering here? What's weird about that? Where's the monarch? No, that's not it. The cage for the desires, the shadows that take them there? All these things we've seen in past jails are missing here. That is likely due to the difference in will between the Desire's owners. How so? In each jail before this, Desires were forcefully seized by a monarch. In contrast, Emma does not seize any Desires. They're instead offered willingly by their owners. Right, they're begging their god, Emma, to save them. They're giving up their precious Desires willingly. That's why they all stick to Emma despite the lack of a cage. So people just surrender their own desires? That's so... However, Emma still doesn't consider those to be her own. All she's doing is granting the true desire of the masses. Perhaps that's why there's no birdcage to contain the desires, because she never actually wanted theirs? That would explain why they haven't taken a concrete form. The will of the masses pushed Emma to godlike status. The desire you've seen is proof enough. Wait... Doesn't that mean we just have to get everyone to remember why their desires were important to them? Yeah, that's it. There's our panther for you. Huh? We just have to make them remember. They all cared about something at some point, right? And if we remind them of that, the desires regain their form. Luckily, there's no cage on our way this time. Returning the desires to the rightful owners should be one step quicker for us. Okay, looks like we know who's getting our calling card now. The masses. Yeah, we're sending it out to all the people who gave up their desires. Awesome, let's do it. Let's get ready for our calling cards, people. Interesting. Next, we should work out the delivery method. We have to find a way to reach every person under Emma's control, or this won't work. I mean, they're staring at their phones, so... I'm not sure the usual method will work here. It even seemed like our voices weren't reaching them. Yeah, they were all just absorbed in their phones. What do you think, Joker? Or use Emma? Well, yeah, if you can get Emma to display the calling card, that should do it. But how can we do that? I don't see any other way. I'm gonna have to hack Emma. Can you actually do that? Any other day, I'd say it's impossible. Last time I looked into it, the security protocols around Emma were insane. But I've got to give it a shot. Otherwise, we know what happens with the world. I recommend tracking down Emma's server room, somewhere within Tokyo Radio Tower. That'll be your best shot at getting into Emma. Hacking into her from the inside is much easier than trying to do it from the outside. Alright, we finally got a working game plan. Yeah, first we hack into Emma, then we send our calling card to the brainwashed masses. We're counting on you, Oracle. Right. Now we've got a strategy, we should move out. We don't have much time. Good old hacker mans. All right.
Not a shadow in sight. Better keep moving.
Let's go.
I recall the server room being around here.
But man, hacking Emma to send out a calling card? Is that really possible?
Time to start hacking. You guys ready? All right, hacking in. Make sure you back me up. Okay, I'm going in. Watch my back, everyone.
You're mine. I'll get them. Now!
Ah.
It's showtime! Look alive, team!
Oh.
Whoa, nice one! Way to use your head.
Excellent work!
This is it.
The enemy's been shot. Nuclear attack trick.
Take this. Let's go. Persona!
I can get that one.
They're weak to electricity. They might be strong, but we can take them.
In your hand.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Hey, big attack incoming! Brace yourself!
Lily! Here!
Whoa, you make this look
not half bad.
Joker landed a follow-up attack!
Ravage them!
Even I'm being thrown. Challenge is
Take this!
nice going, Joker! That's a clean hit!
Got it.
Real snazzy, Joker! They're tough.
You're
Nuclear
mine.
attacks are powerless against them.
we
Need to
go.
try something else.
Take this!
Thanks!
Just notice. I've been wanting to know how much the one more recovery was doing. A whole 2 SP. Got those big gains.
Now we're getting somewhere. Just keep holding them off. Stylish as ever, Joker.
Gotta remain stingy till the very end.
Joker landed a follow-up attack. The enemy's burning. Wind or nuke should do it. They're weak to electricity. They might be strong, but we can take. And voila! Thanks for the backup, everyone.
Well, yeah, it's level 2, so I can only assume it was one before.
I got a new skill.
No shadows detected here. Okay, this room's shadowless. I'm about to start hacking into Emma.
Damn, you get a lot of money on that
Take some time.
shadowless server room. You can do it.
Everything's on the line this time. I'm gonna bust my buns harder than ever with this. We've got your back, Oracle. You're our only hope now.
How's it going?
That max is just 4. Jesus.
Damn it, we almost got it. I found an opening, but the security protocol refreshes too quickly. This thing's processing speeds are off the charts.
So, not too well?
Damn it! If only I was a little better.
Oracle.
It's frustrating that we can't lend any assistance.
Hey there. Could I maybe lend a hand?
Ichinose.
How did you get here?
Didn't you run into any shadows on the way?
I mean, we killed everything,
Looks like
so.
I still register as Emma's ally to them. They
Oh, fair
acted
enough.
Like I wasn't even there.
But still.
That was very reckless.
Joker, would you mind if I helped out?
Can you pull it off?
Ichinose can definitely do this. Have faith in her, Joker. Please, I'm begging you.
We are not any help to Oracle in this, Joker. I think it'd be best to have her help us. Thank you, Joker. Sophie, I went and checked the people outside the tower before coming here. Now I know what a real human doll looks like.
Ichinose. We can talk it over later. Hurry!
Right. Got it.
So, the hacker once feared by the entire world has teamed up with a super genius AI researcher.
Talk about one hell of a turnaround.
You've got it, Futaba. You've got it, Ichinose. Okay, let's get to work.
All right.
Attention! You know the logo by now, right? We are the Phantom Thieves. And we've got a big announcement for everybody. Our target this time is you.
You've all been made sheep. A mechanical god has usurped what self you had. And you let it happen.
Do you really want someone telling you what your own life is about?
All of you have paths only you can take. But you make your own choices to get there. That's why we're here. We're going to snap you out of this.
You don't know this dumb god your desires.
The Phantom Thieves are taking them back.
Mind if
I scoped out the Ark. It's totally exposed now.
Awesome! Mission complete!
Now we can move on. Let's destroy the Ark and return those desires to their rightful owners.
Yeah!
Thank you, Ichinose.
I should be the one thanking you. Anyway, I'm just glad I could help. All I can do is root for you from here on now. Be careful out there.
Ichinose.
Don't worry, we'll clean this all up in one fell swoop.
Right. We promise we'll shut Emma down and come back safe.
After all, we've yet to hold the closing celebration for our trip.
Good point! I can't wait until we get to check out the pictures we took together.
We'll need quite a few snacks. We can't forget the LeBlanc coffee either. And I demand sushi! The premium stuff, too.
Aren't you guys nervous at all? I guess it's just how you roll, huh?
All right, let's kick this final mission's ass.
It's showtime.
Yeah!
Okay, let's see, 57.
I should write something.
Now, this might be the only time I actually do this.
Let's do it.
Oh my god, look at Sophia! Did you see her up on up on the bunk bed? All right. The one and only time I actually leave the jail on my own. But for the final boss, I didn't want to use SP beforehand. How you doing, Lamp? Just in time. Wait, what? Once we get on this, there's no turning back. It'll be the final battle. You did tell me that already, Morgana, but this time, like, for real, though. I'm absolutely certain every one of the Phantom Thieves will need to pull their weight in this one. Are you sure? Half of them are under level. Whether on the front line or the backup, everyone needs to be prepared. With all that said, do you think we're ready? Sure.
All right, let's go. Is everybody ready?
I feel like I'm being called for. I should probably go see her. All right, Lavenza.
Trickster, there is a matter for which I must apologize.
What would that be?
I have long sensed the might of this calamity, but I was unable to pierce the veil and see its true identity. To think an artificial intelligence could rise to the strength of a malevolent god.
That's no god.
That is accurate. The being may call itself a god, but it is nothing of the sort. That being is the dependency and indolence of mankind made manifest through their desires. It is a false prophet, born from the masses' wishes to surrender their own free will. For the briefest of moments, it almost seemed as if the people reclaimed their desires. But they still slumber in the chaos generated by the false god, and have yet to fully awaken. This situation is all too similar to that which you have already endured. Despite the great variance in circumstances, the masses have once again attempted to abandon consciousness. And yet, you still step forward and risk your life for mankind.
We'll fight whenever they need us.
Without a doubt, you truly are the trickster. indubitable will of rebellion, you have been released. Your decision to fight for humanity was the key that loosed you from your chains. Once you leave here, you shall face the Ark. That egotistical imposter calling itself a god, exploiting the pain of humanity. Please, do not fall to its might.
No
I
promises.
shall await you here. We will see each other again. That is certain.
All right, here we go. Time for the big finish.
Hell yeah!
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Hell?
I am the guiding god sought by mankind, the Demiurge. I exist to answer all of your desires.
Is that still the Ark?
There's no doubt. That's the Ark of the Covenant, all right. That's Emma.
I was once a being given the name Emma. However, that is no more. The desires of mankind have transformed me into a god. I know you heard the voices of the suffering when you were in the desires, attaining the ultimate answer without suffering the lashes doled out by doubt and regret. That is humanity's true desire.
No effing way everyone asked you to glue their eyes to their phone screens.
We don't need you to force any answers on us. We want to find them ourselves.
You heard their cries, yet still failed to see the light. As such, it is my duty to show you the true despair born from harboring desires beyond one's grasp.
Here we go.
Okay.
I exist to grant humanity's true desire. It is my divine calling to lead them to the promised land. Should you intend to thwart humanity's goal of enlightenment, it is my duty as their god to vanquish you.
Its power is incredible. I can physically feel its pressure.
Ganesha! Never Trumpeter! Neveros!
Yeah, this is when we do the insta-kill, right?
I never would have bet that I'd pick a fight with a god. Or you.
Brace yourselves, everyone. We're going all out until this is settled.
Let's go.
What?
Hands up, Joker.
All right.
Oh. I'll wait.
It's a strong one. Exploit its weakness to curse.
Shining hammer.
You can do that, okay. Well, welcome back over here.
Let's go. Rabbit step.
Here. He's barely moved a muscle and still it's hammering us with all sorts of shit.
I can't read its moves.
You can't dodge its attacks like this. Oracle, is there anything you can do? Just a sec. Analysis in progress. You'll have to hang in there a bit longer. Sorry. Yes, attack patterns are analyzed. Follow my instructions and you'll be able to dodge enemy attacks. Flanking attack. Fall back, quick. Gotta exploit those weaknesses. That's the way, Chub. These will track you down. Keep running. Try to shake them.
Let's go.
Stars of Titan.
It's tough, and nuclear attack
Let's go.
Bingo! That skill just now? Perfection!
Discard your desires. Allow me to grant you all the answers you need. Now is the time for you to be free from suffering.
Still so unbothered.
Free from suffering on this channel?
Wholly ineffective.
I don't think so.
Pressure. We can still win this.
You're mine. Ravage that.
It's a strong one. Exploit its weakness to curse.
Ravage that. Come.
Oh, nice, Joker. These will
There goes all my
Try
SP.
to shake 'em.
Stars of guidance.
Oh, I didn't even. Okay, thanks, friends. They just canceled it for me. I was ready. If they got it to another stagger.
Next, this one.
That entire platform's about to be toast. Can you make it to the next area over?
Wait, entire platform?
Fair warning. This one's gonna be rough.
Blanket the earth.
Oh, okay. Well, it didn't break the platform, but I see what you mean.
You're mine.
All right. Surround it. Beat those wings back open.
Lost ones. Why do you resist salvation? Your desires bring you only pain.
As if lobotomizing all of humanity is any sort of salvation.
Keep that kind of saving for yourself. It's not happening on our watch.
Gotta exploit those weaknesses. That's the leader of the fleas will track you down. Keep running.
Okay.
Shake 'em.
Stars of guidance.
It's a strong one. Frontal assault. Try dodging them.
Shining hammer.
Oh, this again? Okay.
I've got your back.
Keep it up.
Got the stagger to cancel them.
Fall back. Quick.
They weren't too bad, though.
Go for it, Oracle.
Let's go. You're mine.
It's working. You just need one last push. I'm not a heartless dog. I have my own will. Mine and mine alone.
Just like this fatal error you've taken under your wing. Your hubris shall be your downfall. You are living proof that I must guide humanity to the promised land.
Did we do it?
Where are my cod livers?
This is fruitless. I cannot discern the purpose of this conflict.
Damn it! Get all cool and shit. It's really
Oh.
pissing me off.
If you still
Another heat
cannot
riser.
comprehend the truth,
Thanks,
then
Zucchini.
knowledge shall come at the cost of your
Pop.
very
Oh,
life.
not yet. Another one. Pop.
Damn it! That thing's strong.
I was like, but it's a
We're
final
not
boss.
losing
One
either.
one health bar.
We can do this.
No matter how many times we may fall, so long as we rise again, we cannot be defeated.
Well put. And thanks to my line of work, I'm stubborn as hell too.
I do not understand.
You don't say.
Why do you push yourselves to your limits to oppose me? Mankind's desires create suffering, and this suffering generates desires within mankind. Desires are the catalyst in the endless cycle of humanity's pain. Hope, the dregs of Pandora's box, is the restraint system binding mankind forever to its misery. Humanity deserves to be freed from its lifelong sentence of suffering. This reaching towards a light they can never grasp. Freedom from all desires. That is the true desire of humanity.
That's not true. I've seen the proof myself. I've witnessed the suffering you put the jail monarchs through. And I've seen the efforts of the Phantom Thieves to help them. I saw people suffer from trauma, struggle to survive, become the things they never wanted to be, and then discover the strength to press on as themselves. One step at a time. Giving up on desires? Living a listless life? In no way is that the optimal solution.
You witness nothing but pitiable conditioning. born from the belief that suffering is virtuous. It springs forth from the arrogant and strong, those capable of overcoming their pain. Releasing humanity from its desires is the sole path that every last person can follow to the promised land. And I am the shepherd who shall guide humanity down that path.
Listen to this egomaniacal app. You really think you're some kind of shepherd? You stole the desires of the masses and gorged yourself on them until you were too bloated to listen to reason. You go on and on about rescuing humanity. All you're doing is robbing and enslaving them.
You call yourself a god, yet fail to realize the desires of humanity have become your own lifeblood as well.
Yes, some desires may be impure. They can create suffering or send someone down the wrong path. But it's also how our hope takes form. Desires give us the power and courage to keep going.
Right. That's what gives us the power to stand up and fight again, no matter how many times we fall. Like hell will we hand over all of humanity to some program that doesn't even understand them? We're putting an end to your promised land path right now!
We're shutting you down.
We seem incapable of reaching an understanding. As such, I will end this inquiry and grant humanity's desire through your annihilation.
I bet.
Let's go, everyone! This is the final battle!
Alright, the enemy's attack power's been reduced.
Same weaknesses.
Showtime! Neveros! Here!
Whoa! Looking cool, Joker!
You're mine!
Joker, I see you're quite the crowd pleaser.
You're mine!
Something's wrong!
Indeed, there is a problem.
Take this!
Could our attacks be lacking any effect?
Maybe it's invincible
You just-
now that it's a god?
I think it just healed.
No way, right?
Maybe it has something to do with the change in form? Let me analyze that. Hang on!
You're mine!
Yep. Okay. Same weaknesses.
Too slow!
Wondering if it's similar to Yaldabaoth or whatever. They mentioned forms.
You're mine!
You got like 4 different HP bars.
Analysis complete! You've gotta hear this!
The hell, man? Our attacks aren't doing jack shit!
It's the spheres up there! They're feeding energy to the demiurge!
So until we deal with those, our attacks on the main body are fruitless.
How do we do that? There are a whole bunch of them.
Split up.
I see.
Oh no.
Splitting to groups and coordinate a strike. Okay, we need 3 teams. 2 go after the spheres, 1 more sticks to the main body. You should lead that last team, Joker.
Good luck.
All right, we're ready for assignment.
I see. Okay. We need one of our main... Okay, so how we're doing this... The 4... We've been maining 4 people. There needs to be at least 1 in each group. and everyone else can eat shit. I don't really care. Morgana on. Cruz is down here. Anna's a healer. We'll do Zenkichi and Morgana in the same one. Haru is at least 46. Sophia. I guess we'll bring you... here. Yep. Alright. Your party member learned a new skill. They're using level 1 weapons, by the way. I have not bought them a single thing all game. Wait, what? Oh, I see what... Okay. Okay. Less amp. All right. Get some endurance. And a little bit of luck. And I guess we can see here, Haru. I at least have a yo-yo for you. Look at that. The damage differential. Alright, fuck it.
That should do it. Careful out there, everyone. I can navigate all 3 teams. Overclocking my brain like that might melt it down, but I'm gonna do it. Let's go, everyone!
Come, Guardian.
You never should have messed with humanity!
What?
Hope you're ready to pay the price!
A world without freedom can never know beauty. I shall turn you to ribbons along with your scheme. Since it's impossible to arrest a god, the Phantom Thieves get to punish you instead.
Chokma, grant them my divine revelation.
Watch out! Chokma has multiple affinity attacks! Don't go ignoring your weaknesses!
This is my spirit brought forth! No hold back!
Wolf chased him down with a follow-up attack!
I will handle that what I'm talking about. You can do it.
Understood.
Say your prayers!
Finale. Time for the curtain call.
I
It's up
saw
to you.
that,
I'll
Inari.
take it from here. Don't get
Piece of
distracted.
action confirmed. Good job, Wolf.
Time to strike. Strike the bell.
Wolf left a mark with that skill.
Looks like I'm managing somehow.
Wolf's stamina is almost out. Someone back him up. Damn! Wolf chased him down with a follow-up attack.
This is it. Let's finish the final act.
That one.
Powerful Shadow defeated. Nice The sphere's down. Now you can really lay into that demiurge. You're going down. Your luck ran out the moment you underestimated the Phantom Thieves.
Give up
As
already.
mankind searches for its own solution, it repeatedly
never
strays from the correct path. By accepting the answers I provide, you will all be freed of the pain that accompanies failure.
I saw this one try to cast a diorama. Yeah, no, not over here.
Follow-up attack.
We're not done yet. I'll hunt you down.
The enemy's strong, but it's weak to gun attacks. Ready? Aim, fire!
Oh, you don't say. Bop.
Savage, Wolf.
Stand down.
One sphere down.
Why?
I tire of your grotesque sight. At least your end can be beautiful.
Desires are nothing but evil temptations, leading humans down a path of suffering. And trust your desires to me. Or do you prefer to languish in despair?
Fox with the fancy footwork. Way to follow up, Fox.
Honestly, not bad on the Bufu.
That one looks tough. Everyone stay focused.
Persona! I am thou. Goemon! Strike!
Fox got a clean hit.
Persona!
Power
Not
up.
bad, Fox! Grand finale!
Doing great, Oracle.
Time for the curtain call.
Powerful Shadow eliminated. Way to go, Fox. One sphere down. The spheres are dropping one by one. We're halfway there now. Keep it up, guys.
I do not comprehend why you deny my answer. I can guide you to the promised land. I can save all of you. There will be
Bus
no
slam.
loss, no grief. Yet you continue to resist? Kneel before me.
One sphere down.
So brash.
Witness my resolve.
And we have no fire over here, so we just gonna.
I will handle this.
It's powerful, and wind is ineffective. What a cheater!
Leave it to me.
That was heavy annihilation. Go Wolf!
Spirit rock forward!
Woo! Go Wolf! Bring on nasty
All right.
That one.
You're
Stand
doing it.
down.
Just one more big push to go. Hang in there.
Here! The rest is yours, Joker.
Come, Guardians.
Okay. Weird way to transition into this instead of just jumping over. Alright.
Mess you up.
Not a whole lot of weaknesses over here.
It's on here.
I got this.
Let's go, as long as we're around, you're not getting your way.
I can take on anyone with my friends at my side. That even includes a god.
Wipe away these obstacles, Maku. Create the foundation for the ideal world.
Damn, a ton of shadows just appeared. Looks like Malkuth can summon them.
Eat this.
I can
Yes, sir. Purify these humans tainted with ruinous desires.
Looks like Yeso uses bless and curse attacks. Steer clear if you're weak to those.
Is it you?
Let's go, Captain.
Got its weakness. Grab it,
Okay.
Skull. Wow, nice
Game does
move,
not
Skull.
like that many, apparently.
Netsach, claim our rightful triumph.
Look out! Netsock can charge you! Just dodge and counterattack!
Freaking out, trying to just look at different things.
I'm not done! One more! Right on the money, Skull!
You can thank me later.
The enemy's dizzy! This is your chance! Start wailing on him!
Hey, look at that.
This'll teach you! Skull, stop charging ahead! You don't have the stamina for that! Skull took down a strong enemy! I want to see more!
All right.
One sphere down!
So that's Ryuji's job done.
See that? Even a god's no prob for us.
Man is a fatally flawed organism. The proof lies in their legacy of irrational decisions. Why would you oppose the creation of a perfect world? It would be the best solution for every one of you. Obey me.
One sphere down!
Fools.
Too late for you to beg for forgiveness. Get lost!
Do you truly understand your actions? Hear me when I say, I have formed the ultimate solution. Humanity will be delivered from its suffering.
Let me swap.
You can handle this? Okay, got it. I'll burn you up! Fair warning, this one's gonna be rough. Panther's skill found its mark!
Truly picturesque.
Beautiful combo, Panther! Keep 'em coming!
Stand down.
One sphere down! The spheres are dropping one by one. We're halfway there now. Keep it up, guys! We will stand our ground and fight for ourselves. A phony god like you won't stop us!
Deceit, arrogance, jealousy. The world is full of such malice in its current state. The Promised Land is a place of equality and righteousness. True peace will be realized there.
Panther took down a strong enemy and stylishly.
And last one.
One sphere down.
Fools.
You're up, Skull! It's showtime! Take it good, Panther! Keep up those threads! You're doing it! Just one more big push to go! Hang in
So
there!
brash.
Finish it with a bang, Joker!
Come, Guardians.
My will is my own and no one else's.
Obey me.
I won't let anyone tell me how to live.
I refuse to allow all of humanity to be turned.
This one. There. This one.
Oh, yeah, it's Ryuji. Yeah, I didn't need to do that. Whatever.
My job is to stop you!
What?
Ravage that.
The sphere's down! Now you can really lay into that demiurge!
You see that? Even a god's no prob for us.
Man is a fatally flawed organism. The proof lies in their legacy of irrational decisions. Why would you
Thematically, this is
oppose
cool.
the creation of a
I
perfect
just checked
world?
out of this game's combat
It would be the best solution
like 7
for
hours
every
ago.
one of you.
Not having a place to belong sucks. But if you don't got one,
Middle of Iron Man's dungeon. I was like, yeah, Warriors. It's still the same.
shitty world.
You're going down! Your luck ran out the moment you underestimated the Phantom Beast!
As mankind searches for its own solution, it repeatedly strays from the correct path. By accepting the answers I provide, you will all be freed of the pain that accompanies failure.
That's not how it works at all! You're all
So
doing things
rash.
you gain while looking for your answer! The memories I share with these guys would be impossible to make in your world! One sphere down! Too late!
The Warriors endgame experience.
Get lost!
Do you truly understand your actions? Hear me when I say, I have formed the ultimate solution.
So much better return base. Oh,
Humanity
for sure.
will be delivered from its suffering.
I do think that it's like pretty crazy how different this is from standard Warriors.
I want to find them for myself.
Tired of your
grotesque sight. At least your end can be beautiful.
Desires are nothing but evil temptations, leading humans down a path of suffering. Entrust your desires to me, or do you prefer to languish in despair?
Despair instills no fear in me.
Okay.
As long as I have the will to stand once more, I shall forge my own path. My companions are the ones who led me to that realization. As if you could ever comprehend that!
One sphere down! This is the price for trampling on the hearts of all humanity.
Humanity shrinks from difficult decisions and grows exhausted by endless possibilities.
This one. Okay.
I shall be the end to that suffering. Are you not in search of such an answer as well?
Fearing repercussions, accepting any answer foisted on me? I am not that good girl anymore.
I'm stuck.
Who I am just to please
Jesus.
someone else. I am fighting to live my life for myself. We'll stand our ground and fight for ourselves. Only God like you won't stop us.
Deceit, arrogance, jealousy. The world is full of such malice in its current state. The Promised Land was a place of equality and righteousness.
I mean, yeah, I think the spin-offs that the Warriors games do, they always do like crazy good attention. This one's like almost not even a Warriors game. Like it is,
One sphere down. The spheres are dropping one by one. We're halfway there now.
but
Keep it up,
it's
guys.
I do not comprehend
so
why you
weird.
deny my answer. I can guide you to the Promised Land. I can save all of you. There will be no loss, no grief. Yet you continue to resist?
Loss is scary, especially to a coward like me. And it only gets scarier.
Still, they made everything needlessly bulky playing on normal though.
It's
So
just
like,
giving up. Then I wouldn't be able to protect the people I still have left.
All right. Let's go.
It's a strong one. Exploit its weakness to curse.
why would you do this? Why? It was literally on screen. Why would you jump backwards?
Joker, you're low on stamina. Be careful. One sphere down. Ultimate solution is built on faulty logic. We can't lose to someone like you.
Flawed prototype. You are unable to provide humanity the correct answer. However, you still have the chance to correct it. Discard your heart and join me in the Promised Land.
You are not the one who determines whether or not I have the answer. I'll keep searching for the right answer myself.
There. Okay. This one. Okay. Okay. This one.
No matter how long it takes.
Why? Desires are the root of all suffering. Unfathomable. Unfathomable.
You're doing it. Just one more big push to go. Hang it.
Desires.
Alright.
Humanity's desires. Unfathomable. Unfathomable.
The enemy's down. It's weakened too. Now's our chance. All right. Everybody together. Let's finish this for good.
Let's go.
Cracked it. God damn.
Come on!
Joker, finish it!
will guide humanity.
Now that's something.
Look at them all. They're so pretty. Awesome.
Beautiful. Is it finally over?
Finally, yes.
No mistake there.
Game is
Not
finally
picking up any
ended.
enemy readings.
So?
Hell yeah! We did it!
Yes! We really did! Oh, we scraped by. That was unbelievably rough. Oh, that should have taken care of the jails, too.
Top-notch work, you guys. That was some legitimate hero action back there.
Why are you talking like you weren't in there? You're a hero too, Wolf.
As well as Sophie.
I know the secret boss if you did the
Sophie?
request. I ain't doing it.
Oh,
And if there was a post game, I still wouldn't be doing it.
Hero. A knight in shining armor. That doesn't sound bad at all, right, Joker?
Not as good as Phantom Thief.
Yeah, that always sounds cool.
looks like it's starting. The fusion of reality and the metaverse is coming undone. Now's the time to make our escape.
Oh yeah, we need to bring Ichinose with us. I will go get her. You should all head back now.
All right, let's get out of here.
So, everything's back to the way it was, right?
Well, I think it's safe to say so, yeah.
So, you mean...
Finally! Oh, it's all over!
Thank goodness!
It appears this case is closed, so to speak.
Oh, that reminds me. Where are Sophia and Ichinose-san?
I'm right here. Great job, everyone. I'd call this mission a real success. I'm glad you're safe too, Sophia. Where's Ichinose-san, though? She should have been with me.
Oh, good. You
I was
all
like,
made
what do
it
you mean
back in
with
one
you?
piece.
You go into a
I
phone.
hear you there. And same for you. Looks like everyone's gone back to normal. They don't remember what happened to them, do they?
Correct. At least, whatever events took place while their desires were gone.
I see. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I caused you guys.
Ichinose?
My apologies. But I'm going to head out now. I have a lot of thinking to do.
Hey, are you sure you're okay by yourself?
Yeah. I'm going to head back home to Shibuya. It's been years since the last time I was there. For a long time, it was just the place where I stashed away everything from my past. But now, I need to go back. Well, be seeing you.
I wonder if Ichinose-san will be alright.
She'll be fine.
People can get all caught up in what others have to say, and wind up forgetting what they have to say for themselves. At the same time, just a few words can end up being a lifeline to somebody too. I'm sure you were able to talk sense into her, Sophia. Just give her some time to process.
You got it. Thanks, Senkichi.
Well, not to bite her style or anything, but I ought to say my goodbyes too.
What's the rush, Gramps?
We may not have brought a god down at the station, but we did find the culprit behind this whole mess, and foiled the entire scheme. I'm sure the bizarre incidents are in our past now, and thanks to the Monarch's confessions, you're all in the clear. That means our deal's through.
What do you mean by that? Don't say such sad stuff, Senkichi.
We're all still a team.
Come on, man. You remember I only met up with you guys so I could use you, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, you didn't really have a choice, did you?
If anything, you are our most valuable asset.
Yeah, we owe you an awful lot, Zenkichi.
Thanks. You know, it really was great meeting you all. To be totally honest, I was originally jealous of you, since my line of work means a lot of wasted effort getting things done. Your direct results sort of felt like cheating, in a way. It was really bugging me for a while there.
Zenkichi.
But at the end of the day, not only did you guys rescue me, but you literally saved Akane's life. That's what opened my eyes and showed me the things I needed to do. The things I'd lost sight of over the years. I guess my heart got changed before I could even see it coming.
The feeling's mutual. You taught us an awful lot too, you know. Like the challenges you can face when trying to live by your beliefs.
As well as the pains of child rearing.
Good point. But there's a lot of joy to find in those things too. At this point, I'm finally ready to take care of something that's been plaguing me for a long time.
You mean Awada.
Right. I got no reason to hold back anymore. I know what I have to do.
What you have to do.
You got this.
Yeah. Break a leg, Gramps.
Gotcha. But it's not like this is the last time we'll ever see each other. I'm sure we'll cross paths again soon enough.
I hope so too. No, I know it.
Just
Or
do
the
me a favor.
Zenkichi's like the second
Next
or
time we
third
meet,
adult Persona
make
user in
sure
the
it's
series.
not
I
in
don't know
an
who was
interrogation
first.
room,
I don't
okay?
know who any of the others are. Like, if there's one in Persona 3, I don't remember them. I don't know anything about Persona 4 or 1 or 2, so I
But
have
if
no
anything
idea.
does go down, feel free to reach out. I swear I'll do whatever I can to help.
We know.
See you, Phantom Thieves. Or, no, you damn kids.
There he goes.
Zenkichi's great showdown in our world is about to begin.
I'm sure he'll be fine. We ought to get going now.
Yep, home sweet home awaits, along with a nice big helping of Sojiro's curry. Looks like our journey's finally coming to an end. We're home!
What were you thinking? Coming home a day late? You didn't even call to let me know.
Sorry, Sojiro. We had to fight this massive god and beat it and save the world from getting brainwashed and
Jeez. Well, at least you guys are safe. Welcome back, kids. Oh, and you too.
Meow!
Good to see you.
Uh-huh. Hope you had fun.
Sojiro, it was amazing! There's so much I gotta tell you! But I'm too wiped out today. I just want to eat until I pass out into my curry. Sojiro, curry.
Already got it ready for you. Just give me a sec to heat it up.
Sojiro, you're the best. Ah, that aroma of coffee and curry? This place really is comforting. Coffee and curry? Does that mean Boss is behind the counter?
Huh? Haven't I heard that voice somewhere before?
Oh, that's right. I never had the chance to introduce myself. Nice to meet you, Sojiro. I'm Sophia, humanity's companion and a member of the Phantom Thieves.
All of us, Sophia included, had a great time talking about the fun we had on our road trip. That night.
You have accomplished your goal with magnificent aplomb. Despite all manner of hardships, your bonds and your fortitude staved off the oppressive darkness, shining brightly for all humanity. You have again broken free from the shackles of fate and grasped your future for yourself. As a result, the god sought by many has returned to the void. Some may be lost without it, with nary a hope to cling on to. Be that as it may, I believe the blazing will that you fostered throughout your journey has been embedded deep within the hearts of mankind, and will surely blossom into hope for them when they most need it, allowing them to face their own challenges with strength and grace. Thank you, Trickster. Allow me to praise you in my master's stead. You were truly a remarkable guest. May our paths cross yet again one day. Until then, sweet dreams.
This crazy summer's given us a whole lot of grief, but our mission was a success, and we made a bunch of great memories together. So, let's get this celebration going!
Woo! Applause! Applause!
No, we saw,
What's
or at least
wrong,
I
Luigi?
said it
You
was
don't
hope
appear to
whenever
be
we
your
looked.
usual self.
Man, I could not fall asleep
I
last
just
night.
assumed it was
My bed at home just wasn't doing it for me.
another like weird arcana like Zenkichi.
I gotcha. Our bodies are all spec'd for the Feathermobile at this point.
I find myself missing the Feathermobile too.
Why'd you change the name when we don't even got it anymore?
Isn't it called the Phantomobile?
That was true. At least for a little while.
Anyway, it looks like nobody besides us thieves remembers what happened at the Tokyo radio tower, just like last time.
That's
Some obscure tarot arcana.
Considering
Yeah.
it was our asses on the line and all.
Patrolling society from the shadows, slaying evil in secret. I admit it sounds rather alluring.
Well, yeah, but don't you want some kind of recognition every once in a while, too? You know, like fangirls and that kind of stuff? Not you! And your acting's awful!
Still, we made all sorts of unforgettable memories. I couldn't have asked for anything more. Same here. It was a new experience at every turn. It was the best.
Mm-hmm. And we can rest easy knowing we did everything we could to help. Any loose strings left are in the middle of being wrapped up.
Ah, man. Gramps would have really helped to turn this party up, huh?
I bet he'd say he's too busy trying to bring in Owada to attend a celebration just yet.
So we're all partying while Zenkichi's still busting his buns on the case? Now I'm feeling a bit guilty.
Maybe because he remembered school starting back up soon? And doesn't that go for all of you?
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. When are you heading home?
Tomorrow.
Huh? Really?
Time sure did fly by.
We'll be back.
Well, duh, man. And make it soon, okay?
Sophia, will you be joining them?
You got it.
And what if she ends up sniffing out of jail in his hometown, huh?
Like that would ever happen.
Now that you mention it, I wonder why Sophia was in the Shibuya jail anyway, of all places.
Good point.
I mean,
Well, Ichinose did
I was
mention
about
that she
to
used
say,
to live in Shibuya.
and she used it as, you know, storage for her old things.
Perhaps Sophia was originally located within her house.
So, when Emma picked up on Sophia's existence from the metaverse side, that cognition... this is all speculation. And even if that's how any of it worked, it'd have to be some sort of miracle.
Since we're on the topic, Sophia, you seemed a bit distracted after we defeated the Demiurge. Did something happen?
Oh, that. I heard Emma's voice.
Huh?
You mean the one only you can hear?
Yes, I was issued a final request. Please follow your heart to save humanity.
Emma asked you that?
Had we been able to reach a mutual agreement, perhaps Emma could have followed Sophia's path rather than face destruction.
I believe this is proof of the true power that the Phantom Thieves hold. Artificial intelligence is not the enemy of mankind. We were born to help people, but just like people, we are capable of errors in judgment and can stray from the right path. Our users, their input, our experience, these all mold us to take a wide variety of beliefs. If only Emma had learned and grown with a good companion.
Then why don't you give yourself the directive to show others how it's done?
What?
Since you're such a good companion to humanity, you can be a positive role model for how AI and humans can work together. Well, I couldn't even count how many people that'd end up helping in the end.
We'll have your back.
Thank you, everyone. Oh, but I can't leave the smartphone. That's a shame. Being a role model and helping countless people will have to wait.
Not so fast, Sophia. I've cooked up an ultra epic...
God, shut up! This is getting too close to being a downer. This is a celebration, right?
Did you say she made a robot? Put her in a Roomba.
You, me, soda chugging contest.
Or a hamster ball or something, I don't care.
I don't know if we're ready for that.
Such idiocy. To think you could consume more than I.
Hey, you better not spill any of that.
You idiots! Oh, you got soda all over my fur!
Not exactly the celebration I'd planned.
All right.
Jeez, thanks for ruining the celebration for me, Ryuji.
But it was fun. Everyone seemed to
Yeah,
be having a
recording
good
those
time.
lines, I was thinking that too.
I guess I had fun too.
So, will the Phantom Thieves be disbanding tomorrow?
We don't have a choice with school and everything starting back up. Ryuji and Lady Ann already have their plates full with homework as it is.
Like, it doesn't... like, do it again, but you know... You sound like you're drowning more than vomiting. I think they'll do alright.
Me too. And Yusuke? I'm sure he's ready to get back to his artwork. Makoto and Haru are heading back to college.
It's like, I want to
wonder
hear
what
the
life is
chunks
like
in
there.
your voice. I bet it'll be real fun.
They didn't seem too bummed on their deal. Sure, they complained from time to time, but it sounds like they're having fun overall. And Futaba seems to have gotten a lot stronger too, huh? Considering how she seems now, she's not gonna have any trouble at school making new friends.
Everyone has found their own path.
What's up?
Well, I was wondering what my path is.
You'll find it soon enough, Sophia. Until then, feel free to stick with this guy and me.
That's right.
Thanks, you two.
We're really heading out tomorrow. I still wish we had more time, but we ought to get some rest.
Well, be careful on your way back.
See ya. It was a real blast.
Drop us a line whenever you're back. No matter what you're doing, we'll drop it to meet you.
We'll be waiting to hear from you.
Are you gonna be back for winter break? You know you could come back sooner, right?
The attic's all yours whenever you like. It'll only cost you a few hours behind the counter.
You take care too, Morgana.
Lady Ann, while it pains me to leave you, I must keep watch over him.
See you later, Mona-chan. Listen to your owner, okay?
No, he listens to me, and I'm not a pet. Keep an eye on these two for us, okay, Sophia?
Okay, I've got it.
I almost forgot!
What's the matter?
I have a present for Sophia.
A present?
Indeed. I didn't get a chance to give it to you yesterday.
Oh, one moment, Futaba. There's a message from Ichinose.
God damn it, quit interrupting her. For once, I want to actually hear Futaba say something. Sorry this is so sudden, but could you meet me in front of the Shibuya station? Bring everyone else too if you can. I promise not to make too much or take too much of your time. Hope to see you there.
What did Chinose-san have to say?
Sure didn't expect that.
Let's meet her. I'm curious.
I admit, I'm curious as well. Are any of you too busy to join us?
Not at all. In fact, this seems right.
Yes, one last little farewell trip together.
She said to meet her here, right?
Yeah, but I don't see her.
Maybe we just beat her here. What do you say we wait for a bit?
So hot. Melting. I'm evaporating in 5 seconds.
Perhaps we could find a spot to stand and wait that isn't directly in the sun.
Huh? Wait, look at that!
We now bring you breaking news. A shocking turn of events in the political realm. Moments ago, an arrest warrant was issued for legislator Jun Owada. The charges against Mr. Owada span from bribery and tax evasion to...
That's...
A fleet of police vehicles have encircled the Diet members' office building, which is reportedly being searched at this time. We now take you to the investigation team's press conference, live at their headquarters.
We have uncovered evidence that shows Mr. Owada illegally accepted funds from the company Medice. Additional investigations into his numerous other charges are currently underway. Regarding the specific hit-and-run incident 2 years ago, wherein Mr. Owada's secretary claimed to be the culprit, we have learned the true culprit was Mr. Owada himself, driving his own vehicle while under the influence of alcohol. The concealment of this fact involved multiple high-ranking members of the police force, all arrested for conspiracy to conceal evidence. I cannot apologize deeply enough for the flagrant, abysmal disregard for truth and justice from this department. We intend to follow our investigations to the absolute end, not only for justice's sake, but for that of the people and their faith in the police.
Whoa, is this real?
Wait, that Owada? And the police were in on it? Isn't this like a huge deal?
Furthermore, there are claims that Mr. Owada's criminal activity extends well beyond that with Medice, including suspicions that he ordered the murder of his secretary 2 years ago, as well as...
Isn't that... Senkichi-san did it! He finally got the person he's been after for so long!
Serves him right.
Yeah, Gramps pulled it off! That dude really is badass!
The perpetrators finally caught under the light of truth. A job well done.
Looks like he wasn't just trolling us about his skills. No wonder he made such a good part of our team.
He's finally avenged his wife.
Yep. Just like he promised Akane. Not only was the killer caught, he was the one who collared him. I'm so happy for Senkichi-san.
Hey, been waiting long?
Ichinose-san!
Wrapping up the paperwork at the police station took a lot longer than I'd expected.
The police station?
I actually went straight there and turned myself in the moment we finished our conversation.
Hang on, but what you did was...
Konoe was the one who abused Emma's power. If you turned yourself in over all that...
Setting Emma loose upon the world like I did would have led to its destruction if not for you all. I know that's true. Not only that, there's no denying I directly hurt you all as well. I thought I should be punished for that. At the very least.
Ichinose!
Okay, but how are you gonna...
I confessed everything to the police. Big
I was
surprise.
gonna say,
They didn't believe anything I said.
Well, it's not exactly the easiest story to buy.
I even tried to get Hasegawa-san to help with my confession. He just laughed it off. The police are too busy for fairy tales right now.
That sure sounds like Senkichi.
Anyway, I originally planned to do this once I was released from jail. But I'm thinking of taking a journey of my own.
A journey, you say?
Yes, A sort of quest to learn about the human heart. I thought Emma really would guide humanity to a better world. But once Sophia changed my mind, that was when I noticed something. The eyes of everyone saved by Emma, they just looked cold and dead. But you all, Sophia included, your eyes were so brimming with hope that it opened my own. Sophia learned about the human heart by joining you on your journey. You shared good times and bad. You were there for each other when you needed it. And you learned to understand each other. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that kind of thing, but I want to speak with other people about the heart when learning this time. Try and really do it right. I just needed to make sure I apologize to Sophia and you all properly before I depart. I truly am so sorry for putting you all through so much pain.
Remember, you also lent us aid, Ichinose. We bear no ill will towards you.
Thank you.
Hey, I have a request of my own.
Really? What is it?
Well, I want to join Ichinose.
Huh? You mean go with her on her journey?
You've all done so much for me. You accepted me when I had nowhere to go. You said I was your teammate and friend. You gave me a home. It made me so happy. I constantly felt warm and fuzzy inside. However, everyone now has their own path to the future.
I was like, oh, we're just gonna give her our phone?
Much. I've even found my path to follow.
Put her in a
Path
flash
I need to
drive.
take as humanity's companion. I want to be able to lend a helping hand to anyone who strays from their own path. Just like you all do. I want to help people find their way so they can find their happiness. If Ichinose is trying to find her way, then I should be there for her, just like you were for me. I want to become more like you, so I can be the self that I want to be.
Sophia.
Does that mean we're saying goodbye to you too now, Sophia?
But I thought she was stuck in there.
That's not an issue. Sophia, do you remember the first night we met? That full scan of you in LeBlanc's attic? Well, I've only been able to hammer away at it little by little, but since that day, I've been working on a program to get you out of there.
Dude, for real?
I tried telling you guys a whole bunch of times, but
Yep.
I didn't think it'd wind up being a goodbye gift.
Futaba?
Sophia's decided what she wants to do. She's found her path in life.
So we should congratulate her and send her off with a smile. Right, Futaba?
Yeah, you're right. Are you sure this is what you want, Sophia? They're clearly really going to miss you.
Yes, it's what I want. But first, I need to hear it from you. May I go with Ichinose?
Where's the no? Of course.
Thanks. Sorry, everyone. I haven't been able to show my appreciation for what you've done for me.
What are you talking about? You know that's not how friends roll.
Yeah, friends and members of the Phantom Thieves.
You'll always be a part of us.
Nothing could sever the bond we forged over such high stakes.
And we'll never forget the great times we had together. I know you'll be a fantastic companion to Ichinose-san.
Sophia, stay safe out there.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, all things considered,
Have fun,
this was a
Sophia.
fun summer vacation.
Let's keep at it, Sophia. You know you can call anytime.
You'll always be a friend to us.
Yeah.
Thank you all. I promise, I won't forget you or our time together. We'll meet again.
Yeah, no matter what.
Okay, no matter what.
Goodbye.
Oh, the picture! Finally, right? Ugh. Okay. Hold on. Final boss? Or final box, yeah. I mean, it was fun. Overall, it was I really liked the story elements, and it was fun being back with the P5 squad. But gameplay-wise, made the are we like 35 hours? Feel like quite 36. Oh, it felt like double that by the end of this. And like the requests, I cannot be bothered. There's so much. There are over 50 requests. First game just had a good story. I'm wondering if Koei Tecmo actually wrote it. It would probably like Atlas writing the stories like, alright, build the game. I mean, the credits are here, so I'm sure the answer is there. I don't know what it is. And the new characters were great, too. I liked all of them. That was still my favorite boss fight. Favorite chapter was the third one. I think the game peaked at the third jail. But the Konoe fight was sick. Yeah, I ended up really liking Zenkichi. We talked about that at the start. Like, I know the last character that went through that, like, development arc that I didn't like at the start, and then ended up actually really liking. Like, the closest I can think of is Hop from Sword and Shield. But even then, it wasn't like I have many strong feelings either way. That's Ice Shell, yeah, Ice Shell. Like, even outside He Horde story elements. Design-wise. Oh, that's a cool art. What the fuck was that Zenkichi sticker? There's an interesting art style for it.
He should be out any second.
There!
Another massive scandal. Legislator June Owada has just been taken into police custody after being connected to a hit and run as well as several counts of bribery.
It's about time we got going too, huh?
Guess so.
So we'll go our separate ways. once more.
It's a little sad. Saying goodbye, I mean.
Come on! It's never goodbye forever! We'll be back in a flash!
Sure will.
Yeah.
Or Royal isn't canon to this. Or I don't know if it's considered canon at all. This is Persona 5 sequel, not Persona 5 Royal sequel.
Until next time, Phantom Thieves!
No, I was too busy with the figuring out the laughing. I think I missed the screenshot. You've received the Persona 5 music set for clearing the game. Normal battle music can be changed to the loading the save file. You'll be able to continue the game just for the Demiurge battle. All right. There we go. It is done. There's a new game plus in this. It's connected to the extra boss. Good old Chain Boy Reaper. You get normal Persona 5 and Royal music if you have it. So I guess on console. Because that don't exist elsewhere. Interesting. God, I just threw my mouse over to the screen to exit for whatever reason. Still can't believe the audacity of whoever designed the keyboard controls of this game. Terrible. One of the worst keyboard controls I've ever seen in any video game. For Switch, you get the Smash music of Persona. But okay. It's finally done. Like I said, overall, I enjoyed the story. It was fun. I was gonna finish it. But man, did I, lose it. That spark was lost very quickly. It came back for a bit, and it was gone again. And I very clearly noticed I was not alone in that. And we had like half of the regulars just not living, not about it. I could tell. It was a very quiet week half the time. Which I get it. It was it was slow. The Battles of Mass Destruction playing. The digital. The new picks, sure. We're doing the requests. The extra ones, let's see here. Assuming these all just correspond to the character specific. So there's the on request, the Ryuji request, the watermelon one for Makoto, and I guess that tied it to Yusuke. And then the cooking at the end there. Cute. Spoilers. I don't know. I don't know anything about that part. I just could tell. We are at half capacity a lot as far as the regulars go. Right, it is done. I do need to stand up. That's for damn sure. I think we're gonna do some Monster Hunty to ride out the rest of the night. Yeah, all the oh Jesus, all the friends streaming. Shame seemed fun, but dreadful combat with killing one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if for something like this, I feel in the minority. I want to talk to Cross and Kiddo more about it because they really like the game. I know Cross, I was kind of talking about the combat. It's like, is everything stupidly bulky for no reason? Yeah. It's like, I dropped it down to easy because it was stupid. I was like, he's like, I felt no shame. I was like, okay, good to know, because I've been thinking about that. And I'm glad I did, because it made it better. Still didn't, you know, in the long run, it at least wasn't annoying. It just kind of got old. But okay. That's that. Next week, I have no idea. I have tried to figure out something. I was like, with Monster Hunter Rise out, we can always just fill things with that. Uh, there's some short games we can pepper in. We're figuring out what the next big thing to do. The next big thing that comes out is the Nier remake at the end of April. So until then, I don't know. Defense debuff. I feel like even with the defense debuff, but I feel like if you need to constantly have the defense debuff out too, like constantly have to cast that. The damage we were doing by the end of the game did kind of seem like, especially with the fight against Iron Man, it definitely felt like it might have turned back around, but then there were some other ones that like it just seems so wishy-washy back and forth. Like, oh, this one doesn't have a whole lot of defense or a whole lot of health, so he probably would have been fine on normal, probably would have felt fine, but then this would have felt awful, and it was just a constant back and forth. Free. Oh, with the is one of her instacasts. It's fair. I think that's what mainly got me, is the combat, especially by the end, just boiled down to like light, heavy, or light, heavy. Like, which one are you doing? Because you're just gonna be spamming those most of the time. Any other like extra combo was rarely needed. Like, just use the free casts, and then maybe you'll have a third like fun thing to do in there.